Do you want to know a secret? This tale of foolish people long ago, I know what happened and what is true, but I don't know how it should end. Let me tell it one more time, and perhaps together we will see.
Very nice. Months of planning, favors. Everything is waiting for us. We are here to show Ferelden how Ole commands the game. Several jobs and a personal score of my own, but the rest of the night is yours. Think you're up to it, pretty thing?
You know I'm ready for anything.
Of course you are. You're mine. I'll be watching. Don't let me down.
Love to watch her go. Returns me to the stone.
Focus.
A little fun with the wigs of Ferelden. They won't expect it. Not like in Ole.
The clients want a little stealing? A few insults? And some good old revenge.
Eyes open. We've got our targets. Let's find them. The goods we're after are stored here, in the square.
The guards will be looking for any excuse to bring out the blades. Really? From the poor box?
If their maker misses this, the Chantry has bigger problems.
Dark and deep. How many coins down this thing are gone for good?
The usual moaning about charity. This board needs something.
I'm watching.
Well, I see a cache of sorts. A mage collective. sketch, did you know?
It's nothing, usually.
Then no one will mind if we follow the clues and help ourselves. Another clue. Thank you, Collective. It's done.
Where now, I wonder?
Sounds like Marjolaine found her mark, the poor bastard.
In my time. Oh, Marjolaine was hard on her poor captain. Looks to the world that he's drunk on duty. A good start. Shame we have nothing to add to that. For the moment.
Come on! Damn you lot, open up! Who?
Jovi Maris?
Oh no, I was supposed to be safe!
You should have thought about that before talking out of turn.
I ain't going back! I'm not!
Good with me.
I'm stopping this!
Oof! How do they get so heavy on such terrible food?
Ah, nobody boils an innard like a Ferelden. Marjolaine has left.
I wonder how much shame he can bear. Waking with a dead man will not help his situation.
Passed out on the job, holding suspect materials? Disgraceful.
It's a start.
A start, she says.
Push them back!
Here,
Another
got
thorn in
trouble
the
in the
gate.
streets.
Come and get it! Here comes trouble!
Renwald's relics, as if he found them. There's our northern trinkets. Imports of import. The man thinks he's clever. This bunch won't wait for an explanation of this. Ugh, dead people jewelry. It's not as pretty as it... Maybe these things have a better use than just selling them again. Finery? This Sir Wally has clearly never been to Orlais. He'll have some explaining to do now. Let's put these to better use somewhere. Let's see what we can do for Mr. Renwall. Let him explain why he's got these in store. Poor Denerim will be in chaos when the market opens to claims of theft.
Aye. A soft target, this bunch.
Another clue, thank you.
Time to clean the streets.
Time for some fun.
If you demand it. You there! That is property of the collective.
Not for long.
I've had enough.
Oh, lovely. Your mage was a little more possessive than you let on, Sketch.
It's just a group that I kind of understand.
Well, his trinket looks to be worth a nice amount, unless we find another use for it. Right.
Haven't we done enough to the
For the moment. I'll do it. For the moment.
Time to clean the streets.
It's done. We are just that good.
I knew something was fishy.
In my time.
Don't let them near me.
Bloody!
Let's make this last.
Ha-ha!
First to the line, first to the floor.
We're supposed to strip him of dignity, not his thing.
Right. It'll be both if we find an amusing place to leave them. I'll do it.
Haven't we done enough to the man?
I wonder how much shame he can bear. A non-regulation addition, I'm sure. Marjolaine will love this, but...
How much more would you do, girl?
Yeah, I've got trouble
Is this
in the
all
streets.
they've got?
I've had enough!
Time for some fun!
Ha ha! I'll show you something!
Poor
Enough for
bastard!
everyone!
Over and done. The usual moaning about charity. This board... The usual moaning about charity. In my time.
Still dark, still deep.
Always something else. No running, no hiding. Right. In my time.
I'll show you!
Something fun.
They'd take you! I've had enough!
It's
I'll
done.
show you something!
The goods we're after are stored here, in the square.
The guards will be looking for any excuse to bring out the blades.
Go on, find an inn or someplace. My streets are staying quiet tonight.
Really? From the poor box?
If their maker misses the usual moaning about Ah!
Dark and deep.
Well, I see a mage collective. Sketch. Friendly now. The guards have no reason to chase us yet. Another clue. Thank you, collective.
Sounds like Marjolaine found her mark, the poor bastard.
Oh, Marjolaine was hard on her poor captain. Wonder if I could add to that.
You get into our private business, you'd better make it count.
Come on.
Joe.
Oh, no, I was supposed to be safe.
Good.
In my time. Mm-hmm.
Ah, nobody boils an innard like a Ferelden.
Looks to the world that he's... I wonder how much shame he can bear. Waking with a dead man will not help his situation.
Passed out on the job, holding suspect materials? Disgraceful.
Right.
A start, she says.
Raise the alarm!
I'll show you
From
something!
shadow to your heart. No
Laughable.
mercy!
Well, the god will be after us.
Good. Bring him on.
Finery? This Sir Wally is clearly... Let's put these to better use somewhere. Renwald's relics, as if he found them. There's our northern trinkets. It's not as pretty as I remember. Maybe these things have a better use than just selling them again.
Swap the goods.
Imports of import. The man thinks, ugh, dead people jewelry. This bunch won't wait for an explanation of... Another visit to Sir Wally. He'll have some explaining to do now. Let's see what we can do. Let him explain why he's got these in store. Poor Denerim will be in chaos when the market opens to claims of theft.
Aye. A soft target, this bunch.
Time to clean the streets!
Oh, I'm not
I'll
letting
show
you get
you
away so easily.
something.
It's done. I'll do it. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Another clue. Thank you, Collective.
Time to clean
my
the
time.
streets.
Enough!
Time
No
for what
more
I
from
like
you.
best.
You demand it. Put them down first and sort it out later.
Oh!
You there! That is property of the collective.
Not for long.
Right. I'll do it. Right.
I'll learn you twice.
Here comes trouble!
If you demand it, you ask for it.
Your mage was a little more possessive than you let on, Sketch.
It's just a group that I kind of understand.
Huh. Well, his trinket looks to be worth a nice amount, unless we find another use for it.
Haven't we done enough?
I wonder how much shame he can bear. Now it appears he's an apostate. Marjolaine will love this, but
How much more would you do, girl?
there's our noble to disgrace.
I knew something was fishy.
I'll do it.
Don't let them near me.
In my time.
I'll show you something.
It's done.
To the last! Oh!
In my time.
Is
I'll
this
do
all
it.
they've got?
We're supposed to strip him of dignity, not his things.
It'll be both if we find an amusing place to leave them. I wonder how much shame he can bear. A non-regulation addition.
We are quite the target.
Raise the alarm.
Time for some fun!
Bloody!
this.
Time for what
It's
I like
done.
best.
Fate, take you!
Right here. I'll learn you twice. I'm at your heels. Here I am. Try me.
Right. It's done. For the moment. The usual moaning about charity.
Still dark?
For the moment. It's done. Marjolaine? Marjolaine! Don't tease me today.
That's how we do it.
Ooh, pretty thing. Out of breath, hair in a state. You'd be a scandal on the streets of Orlais. And you love it.
If I'm not mistaken, you want me this way.
You think you know a lot. Like how to get back at my poor captain. You'd have done worse if you knew him. We are done with distractions. Now I have something special in mind. Lem,
Aye, Marjolaine?
make sure she has everything she needs. There will be no rest for us tonight.
You won't have to wait long. Always where the money is. Hmm?
And your hand in the chantry box was an accident, I suppose?
You keeping tabs on me, Lem?
That's a word for it. You want something?
Let's see what you found.
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
Are you ready now, Leliana? The night is moving on. And our target?
Don't keep me in the dark. Who's the mark of distinction you have in mind?
In good time. Just know that we will have earned a special rest when all is done. Ready yourself and come back to me.
I need only my skill, Marjolaine. I am always ready.
That, my pretty thing, is what I like to hear.
Sodding stone.
You can't come to Denerim without visiting the Earl's estate.
You're mad.
The Earl is away, and most of the King's patrol has been drawn to some sort of trouble in the market. Our employer just wants us to plant some embarrassing papers under the cover of a burglary. It will be assumed they were here all along. Unless you think you're not up to my challenge.
All right. We keep what we steal along the way.
There's a good girl, just like the game in Olay.
Split up, divide the guards, and find a way in.
And deposit the papers where they can be found by servants. In the bedroom, nice and personal. Don't keep me waiting.
Tonight is not about shadows. We want some chaos to hide our true purpose.
Could we do that without leaving a trail right to us?
Always want a clear path to run, hey boy?
Ready, Blade! They're on us!
Oh! None of that!
In my time. Right.
Enough for everyone!
I'll do it. Did that one seem better trained to you?
Fancier uniform, too. Soldiers on loan to the Arl?
More reason to dump them out of sight or something.
I'm at your heels! everyone!
They take you!
Another pawn in the game!
Bloody!
There, we could dump the soldiers in the dirt.
I don't see you offering your back to the cause. A good place to stash something, if you like digging.
That will keep them out of sight. Happy, Sketch?
Appeased.
There's our way in. We can reach the window in that nook.
Tight fit for Tug.
Yeah, your mother said as much.
Right. Let's find more soldiers, and make a nice mess before we plant the papers.
Love it when you talk like that. You too, Sketch.
Do Fereldans condone torture? Or is this allowed because the Earl is away?
Doesn't say much for whoever was left in charge.
Gentlemen!
Over and done.
Help yourselves. It's supposed to be a burglary after all.
On my floor, woman!
Please, Master Vaughn, I heard something outside.
You know the penalty for speaking out of turn!
That boy will grow into something special. Thick doors make every room a surprise.
You asked for it! I'll show you something!
I'll do it.
Come, Commander. Let's see your little dragon.
What the?
Good sodding morning.
I'll do it.
No more from you!
Over and done. More soldiers!
Elite my art.
It's done. Oh! 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 Time for some fun! Another pawn in the game! A war journal with no war?
A lot of bitterness still around. This is pushing it, though.
Where did she go?
Marjolaine will find us when she's had her fun. Always does.
It's done. The master bedroom. We can plant the papers in the desk. In my time.
Maybe he's the target we're embarrassing.
These are Orlesian seals.
Be quick, pretty thing. We are wearing out our welcome.
Marjolaine? Where were you? Who was that man?
What? Oh, some officer. No matter. I gave him a thrill to avoid a bigger fight.
Officer? Who... And what about this? Orlesian military seals on the papers.
We don't have time to discuss it, Leliana.
I don't like this.
Leliana, later. Move.
Three, 6, carry over the Ort. Oh, no.
What's this?
We rob the Arl and he boils the same old gruel.
I'll sink a stone in it, make you feel at home.
Split wood?
Ditch rock.
Your turn to cook?
Have to do something. The Arl's estate? Soldiers? Templar should give up mages and hunt whatever Marjolaine is.
I was worried I was the only one left out of the plan.
You're the only one she tells anything.
Then why did you come?
An apostate elf needs to keep his friends close.
I can be hanged on a rumor. Accidental treason's a bit over the top, really.
I'm worried too, but we can fix it somehow.
We should just disappear. Don't wait around for it to go bad.
Not go back to Orlais?
I don't have much to go back to. Less if they start thinking I'm a threat to the nation.
I can't bear the thought of never seeing my home again.
Wish I knew the feeling.
Some of us don't match the bard spy fetish. Like me, pretending I know the loot.
You murder music.
I have to say something to Marjolaine. Soon.
Better you than me.
Well, Marjolaine's full of surprises, hmm?
I have to say something to her about the papers. Right?
Seems like you've decided.
Marjolaine left you in the dark too.
Always does.
Not always.
Maybe not you. I get where and when. It's usually enough. Valroyu was quiet anyway. Really quiet, actually.
Marjolaine planned for months. Some jobs we turned down.
Made us hungry. Maybe a little stupid.
But not on purpose.
Right.
We have to do something before it's a problem, Tug. But what?
Well, I'd just take my money and run back to Orlais. I have a girl I'm ruining for her chevalier husband.
We pulled many strings to arrange the market. Someone will know we were here.
Marjolaine has people in her pocket. She can deal with treason. Maybe.
I may be making too much of this.
Those papers were not the job we agreed to. They're a different kind of risk.
Then you should let her know you are concerned too.
Knowing and caring are different.
I'm sure it's all just a mistake. We can fix it.
She won't like hearing that.
Looking a little peaked, Missy.
Nothing about us being here hits you as wrong.
Haven't thought about it. My purse follows Marjolaine. Good eye for money, that one.
But if we caught...
If you're caught, I never know what you're doing out there. That's how I like it.
Just show me what you've scrunched up. Anything shiny, Lem?
Always.
I was right to be worried. It doesn't matter. You need to remember your place. You do not question me in front of the others, Leliana. Not in the field, not anywhere.
The game is one thing. We go back and forth between nobles, and the authorities turn a blind eye. It is amusement. But these papers... If the seals were Olesian military, then bringing them to Ferelden is treason. Marjolaine, there is no blind eye for treason. They hang you in the street.
My poor pretty thing, lost in a strange place. Ah, this is about seeing me with that officer, isn't it?
I know the game is more than combat, and I know how pleasant it can be. But it was perhaps not the best time. And a Ferelden? An officer?
Leliana, you are my favorite, yes? If you are determined that we must undo this, I will alter my plans. You know there is always a cost when that happens.
Thank you, Marjolaine. Our lives are exciting enough, no?
Just be ready. Give me a moment. You are ready? Because this will not be easy.
I know.
We'll go back when it is dark again. They won't expect a second break-in so soon.
We can say we were there to steal the papers in the first place, for Orlais.
I don't plan on having to tell anyone. Shall we go?
I will sleep easier when this is all done.
It will all work out. I promise.
You were right. The grounds were bare. Perhaps we stole everything worth guarding.
There. Let's get your precious papers and go.
Yeah, here we go.
A little heavy-footed over the wall, maybe? I'll draw the ones I can. Go!
She's gone again!
Guess we're going the other way. Shooting!
Right.
all you got?
It's done. I'll do it.
No more from
We are
you!
just that good.
Little distracted from looting at the moment.
If you're going for trinkets, make it quick.
In my time.
What now? Oh, these poor things.
One nug's a big meal for a Mabari.
Don't know what they have, don't want to. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. I'll do it. Right.
Another pawn in the game. To the last. How did they know? Where are they all coming from?
Just keep going. We'll make it out yet.
Right.
I've had enough!
Right.
Get up for
demand it.
everyone! Here I am! Try me!
Here!
Right here. Right here.
I like blood out of sight, out of mind!
Another pawn in the game. No mercy!
First to the line, first to the floor.
No running, no hiding. Here comes trouble.
Dead and done. Give me more.
Ah!
It's done.
That's the way! I will.
It's done.
We need to find Marjolaine! Come on! There! Oh, she made it out! Why isn't she running? Marjolaine? I fought the ones that could, but there must be more. It's all right. We can tell them about the papers. There must be an embassy, or like a petition. Shh, my pretty thing, shh. Our plan will work, won't it? I have a way out. Yes. Ah!
Well, well, well. An Orlesian spy caught with her hands on hard-won Ferelden intelligence. You'll be worth a pretty sum. Once we've had our fun, of course.
It is worse than losing them to death, isn't it? When the one closest to you is untrue.
Who?
A friend. I can help. But you must find your resolve.
I don't need more friends.
You are not the only one Marjolaine has exploited. She has an eye for weakness. In youth, confidence, faith.
She left me nothing.
No. You feel alone, perhaps, for the first time. But you are far from helpless. Others need you even at your lowest. And that is a source of strength I cannot describe. I must go. You can do this.
How do you know about this? About me? Hello? Oh! I don't want to do this. I shouldn't have to do this. sketch.
Leliana, watch out.
Another pawn in the game!
Tug's
Right
here
grateful
somewhere.
to you,
We
girl.
have to find him.
Always
If
something
ever.
else.
Look out! Out!
No, not more. No running, no hiding.
My turn!
It's done.
Face me now! Fate, take you! Name's Silas. I owe you twice. Especially if you're against Raleigh.
I'm not against anyone. I just want out.
Leliana?
I'm done, sketch.
Gates everywhere. Got to be a lever.
We are quite the target.
Never caged again!
No mercy!
Right.
Never caged again! I've had enough!
Everyone gather round for a hug!
Oh no. No.
Tug?
She did this. With her beast. They will both answer. It's done.
What do you want?
Tug's weapon? I can't...
Just keep it safe.
I will. Could have used that.
Never caged again! Never going back! For it.
Help me, please.
It's done.
You demand it!
No running,
My
no
turn.
hiding.
Time. I'll do it.
Come and get it.
Never going back! Face me now!
Time for some fun. We are just that good.
No one else is coming. Follow if you want. I have people waiting for me.
Girl, you are wonderful. Thank you.
You want out? Move. There is no one else.
Free.
I prayed to be free
You
of
are a
Raleigh.
spirit of
Thank
virtue.
you.
I'll do it.
Never caged again! Payback!
Push them back.
My turn!
Keep going. Almost there. I can do this. I have to.
You're safe now.
Dorothea? Dorothea? Your guest is awake.
So I see. Please, give us a moment. Please. No doubt you have questions.
Dorothea? Shall I know you?
No, no. If you wish a full introduction, I am formally Revered Mother Dorothea.
Your Reverence, then?
My temple is in Orlais. I came here without sanction, hoping to fix the mistakes I have made. So please, just Dorothea.
This is a chantry? Am I to be arrested?
The chantry is not an arm of the king's law, although I am certain these good Fereldans disapprove of both of our actions.
But you are one of them.
I am also a legion. They have no reason to listen to me. But they know that if I fail here, it may harm the chantry as a whole.
You saved me? Gave me a key?
You didn't need a key. You could have tricked the guard or bound a splinter into a braid for a lockpick. And you would look good with braids, you know? Anyway, all I did was suggest that you are never powerless when others are in need.
But why?
Because I needed to hear the same thing when I was in your place.
This is all interesting, but I need to be a long way from both Ferelden and Orlais very soon.
The papers Marjolaine sold to Commander Raleigh were mine. The papers used against you.
You did this? Those were Orlesian military. It is treason.
My temple receives troop movements, so we can minister in the field. They were stolen, in a moment of weakness. I didn't know why Marjolaine wanted to be so close to me, but it felt like youth.
I suppose you think this gives us a common cause.
In my profession, common cause is found at a much higher level. But I think we both know there is business yet unfinished. My papers, your own needs.
I don't need anything.
That is rarely true when one has been hurt so dearly. I can tell you where Marjolaine is, where Commander Raleigh is. Help Orlais and yourself. I will be here when you decide you are ready.
Such a thing. Fit for the Empress herself. Sketch?
Thanks for getting me out of that place, Leliana. No market for a helper.
No market?
That Raleigh wasn't going to keep me long. A spy ringleader like Marjolaine painted you. You were going to the highest bidder. Maybe even the Empress.
I just wish I had been there for Tug.
They did him first because he wouldn't shut up. Drove Raleigh's men crazy for days, laughing at them. He was stalling for me. They said they'd take my hands. Only way to trust a mage.
Oh, Sketch.
All I see is red. But it doesn't matter. We can't fix this.
So we don't fix it, but we can set it right.
I'm not sure I know what that means.
As long as we try. Silas, was it?
Yes, I had to follow. I hope to earn the good mother's trust, and yours. I stand ready to go after the commander. And this Marjolaine who put you at his mercy.
Apparently this now involves nations? Or threatens to?
I don't pretend to understand all that. I was in Raleigh's care a lot longer than a week. Whatever I can do to settle my debts, I will.
So, did I free a criminal?
I poached some game. I'd have taken my lashes, but Raleigh doesn't like inconveniencing the king's law. He had me for months. For no reason beyond his own amusement.
How does a petty criminal get so quick with a blade?
Former soldier. I was probably not too far from Raleigh during the war. Glad to say I'm nothing like him now.
So you'll follow me? Where do you think that will lead?
If I can end this, I hope to serve the Chantry. They will already know my good intentions. What about you?
Me? Nobody cares what I want.
You should.
No doubt Dorothea is waiting for me.
I'll follow you where you lead. I owe you that, and more.
Still here for you, Leliana. Missy, need something to perk you up? Road ahead will be a tough one.
Lem? How?
Yeah, I went to ground when Marjolaine showed her colours. Almost gave you up after the week. Hard to miss your escape, though. Lots of people thanking their Orlesian she-devil. So, need anything?
You're right back to selling? Even after all this?
Marjolaine left me dry too. Pissed about that, but the payout must be good to drop resources like us.
You're saying you'd have done it too?
Well, not to me, but I understand. That's the game.
All right. Show me what you've got. Our Lady Andraste, blessed is the prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed to the holy flame. She is beautiful.
Please.
You work in this temple?
I am giving my life to the Chantry, yes. If you'll excuse me.
I'm sorry about earlier. I wasn't sure where I was.
It's not that, miss.
What then?
I was like you before I came to serve Our Lady. It troubles me.
I am no threat to you.
No, I worry for you. Many come to the Chantry at a difficult time. Not all find their way back.
I won't need to come back.
I was the same. There was a lot of pain between then and now. If you'll excuse me.
Our Marjolaine has secured Commander Raleigh as an escort to leave Verelden. No doubt she expects a reprisal for her various crimes. It would be a shame to disappoint her.
I need to know some things before this goes ahead.
As would I.
I know nothing about the commander, beyond what he did.
Commander Raleigh is a noble who apparently distinguished himself to King Merrick during the Orlesian-Verelden War. Many on both sides have been reluctant to abandon the hatreds of that conflict. But if I had to venture a guess, I suspect he is also a miserable bastard at heart.
I could have died in a dungeon, like Targ did.
I recognized a familiar spirit in you, and I had faith. It is a strength you come to understand in service.
I'm glad you didn't start preaching at the time.
I hope I am not preaching now. I just wanted you to be aware of the tools you already had. If this is the last the Chantry sees of you, I have still balanced some of my shame.
A lot of people followed me out. What happens to them?
Some will be turned over to the city guard, although the difference in treatment may well feel like freedom. Others, like Silas, have more than paid for their petty crimes. He wants to join the Chantry.
Perhaps he wants a chance at Commander Raleigh.
I would not blame him.
You know a lot for an outsider in Ferelden.
The members of this temple have been most helpful, though they technically owe no allegiance to Raleigh.
They suffer too if secrets given to the Chantry are not safe.
My actions could harm all nations ministered by the Chantry.
This seems like a lot of trouble for a few papers.
If Raleigh finds the support to act on them, the number of lives at stake would be considerable.
But Ferelden and Orlais are at peace.
It might be more accurate to say we are merely no longer at war.
Tell me how to find Marjolaine.
For your own reasons, I trust.
Do you want your precious papers, or not?
Not if I inflict more harm in the process. Call it a concern of my trade.
I need to see Marjolaine. Then I will decide what she deserves.
I cannot deny you that. But allow yourself to be surprised by what you decide. That is something I wish I had done for myself. Marjolaine is with Raleigh, seeking passage across the waking sea. I have suggested a path. Be careful.
Pathetic girl. You're in the heart of my Ferelden. What do you hope to gain?
Listen to the commander, pretty one. There is nothing for you here.
Who are you trying to impress, girl? Your teacher cursed your name while calling mine.
In my time.
Hang up your blade. My men will visit your fetid country soon enough.
You're just embarrassing yourself.
I've waited for this. They take you!
Your people couldn't hold this land with an army. What's one harlot going to do?
Payback! You demand it! That's the way!
Beast ahead. Careful.
Never takes the gap! One less for them.
No running, no hiding. I'll do it.
Payback!
Right.
Payback!
From shadow to your heart.
Healing! Here!
Now, for the master of these beasts, and Marjolaine.
And the papers. Lives count on that.
And the papers.
Orlesian harlots! If you wanted more of my men, you could have just asked. No more from you!
Payback!
No more from you!
Ready!
My turn! Payback! You demand it!
I am very tired of playing games with Commander Raleigh. In my time.
My turn!
Bloody!
I'll do it. Mm-hmm.
Face me now!
In my time. Right.
Unruly girl.
From
Let me
shadow to
demonstrate
your
how
heart.
one properly controls.
In my time.
You asked for it!
Good to go. We are quite the target.
Bitch born Elysian whore!
I'll do it.
Always a downside to walking free.
Yes.
Something fun.
Face me now!
I'm waiting for this.
Time
Finally,
for some
a fair
fun.
fight.
Spying. Bitch born Elysian whore!
In my
I've
time.
waited for this.
Something fun.
Yes.
Ready.
Laughable.
Finally,
I'll do it.
a fair fight.
No run.
Face me
no
now!
hiding. No, not to me.
You're no threat to a free man.
You asked for it!
Face me now!
From shadow to your... Hard!
Finally! A fair fight! You asked for it! Never caged again! I'll show you something!
To the last!
You're better than Marjolaine said. The bards of Orlais have earned their reputation. But I remember the scared little girl in my cell.
I won't kill you. I'm not that selfish.
Thanks for that.
All this, and doing every one of these lives. It's more fun when it's personal. I wonder, what did the lovely mother offer for her papers? Something as entertaining as what I did to get them?
You are still trying to hurt me. Why?
So innocent. Even when your concern threatened to expose me.
All I wanted was a way out. For us.
You are my pretty thing. But I knew we'd end up like this. You would turn on me. Because that's what I would do. So I did it first. We are the same.
No.
So you say. But here you are, weapon in hand.
You see your own distrust on every face. Did I ever know you?
If this was reversed, you'd wake every day expecting my blade.
Marjolaine.
We are the same.
Do you want to know a secret? That moment I keep, because even now, I don't know what ending serves best. But being able to choose, that is the truth of this story. The rest, it changes with the audience. All things change when they find purpose. Do you remember our discussion? I just wanted to tell you that I thought about what you told me, and you were right. Despite what Marjolaine says, I am not like her. I know that now. I have found peace in knowing the Maker, and nothing will change that. I followed you to make the world a better place, and as long as I keep that in mind, I will not fall. Sometimes, it takes another to show us the truths we hide from ourselves. I'm glad I left Lothering in your company. You have proven a true friend, and I thank the Maker for you. I know that look. You have something on your mind, don't you? Of course. Yes, a little better. Time heals all wounds, so they say. Scars remain, but they are just colors in the painting that is my life, no? I wish things had happened differently, but knowing her and knowing me, I don't think it could have. We had good times, though, and I look back on those fondly. Whatever happened after will never change the truth of the past. Yes, once, a long time ago. She was a worldly woman, and there was so much she knew and was willing to share with me. I would have done anything for her once. She used to be different. Happier, I think. She loved music and had a weakness for sugary cakes. Maybe she was always lying about who she was. Or maybe she changed over the years. I do. And I probably always will. I will just move on. It's not so bad. Look, now I have new friends, a new family. In spite of it all, life is good. I know that look. You have something on your mind. Of course. I have not given this a lot of thought. What will I do? We've traveled far and wide. Does it need to end? There's so much out there. Adventures to be had and stories to be told. I want to be part of it all. I might need some company. And you're not too irritating. You're welcome to come along if you like. It is settled then. You and I wandering the world, seeking our fortunes. I can't wait. I know that look. You have something. Of course.
What's on your mind? Is something troubling you? No one said it would be easy. You are one of the 2 surviving Grey Wardens in Ferelden. You defend all of us, and much rests on your shoulders. It may not mean much to you, but thank you for having the courage to continue to fight. And that gives me hope. Have you heard much about the Grey Wardens of old? It was said that watching the Wardens ride in on their white griffins was enough to rouse a weary heart and put the dance back in the step of an old man. The Grey Wardens were powerful, feared and respected, but they also inspired the common people. I remember a tale that was told to me many years ago. The Blight had ravaged the land for months, and the armies of the great kings had amassed for one last stand. As the sun burst through the clouds that boiled and churned in the dark sky above, it illuminated a vast, seething horde of darkspawn, with the archdemon at its head. And it was then, when courage seemed to fail, and all lost to death and despair, that the Grey Wardens came. They arrived with the beating of wings like mighty war drums, and stood before the armies of men. Yes, griffins. Now listen to the rest of the story. The Grey Wardens, grim and fearless, marched forth, ever between the men and the encroaching Darkspawn. They formed a shield of their own bodies and held that line until the Archdemon was dead and the last Darkspawn lay trampled in the dirt. And then, demanding neither reward nor recognition for their sacrifice, the Grey Wardens departed. When the clouds finally rolled back and the sun shone full upon the blighted ground, the great kings knew that they had lost no men, and none of their blood had been spilled. This is a tale about no battle the Grey Wardens have fought, and yet about them all. They have always defended us from the Darkspawn, taking losses so we do not have to. People may have forgotten over the centuries, but nothing has changed. This knowledge has been blessing and burden to Grey Wardens past, and now it shall be your blessing and your burden. What's on your mind? No, you won't. No, it wouldn't, would it? Being a Grey Warden is in your blood now. You can't escape it. You wonder sometimes, don't you? If your life would be better if you weren't who you are. When I was a young woman in the tower, I came to the realization that the circle would be my life, and I would know no other. Family, love, a simple life. These were things that others took for granted, that I would never have. It made me very moody. All I could think of was being trapped in that tower with no way out and no end in sight. I started hating my life and myself, and one night I found myself in the tower's chapel. I was seeking refuge, maybe answers. I must have looked tearful or made some noise, because the revered mother came out and decided to speak to me. And because I had no one else to talk to, I talked to her. I must have said many silly things, but she told me that the Maker puts us all on our paths for a reason, and fighting our intended course is what causes so much anguish. I thought the old biddy was full of rubbish. I was 15, maybe 16, and I knew everything. So I left, but I always found my way back to that chapel. And as the years passed, I began to see the truth of her words. We were supposed to be polar opposites, mage and priest. But we weren't. There was much about us that was the same. Not all priests choose their path. Some children are given to the chantry to raise and become initiates. The revered mother had lived in the chantry all her life, as I had been in the tower for all of mine. She taught me that you can find your family in the people around you, that you can love your work and find fulfillment in duty. And there is joy even in self-sacrifice. If you put others before yourself, then their well-being is yours, and their happiness is your happiness. It isn't healthy to throw yourself at a pack of Darkspawn either in order to save the world, so I'd say you're in no position to judge. You can scream and cry and be angry about life as a Grey Warden, or you can accept it and allow yourself to see the good in it. This is your choice. What's on your mind? I will answer to the best of my ability.
You know, maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about this, but I've something to ask you. Chances are we'll be heading to Denerim soon. And when we're there, I wonder if we might be able to look someone up. I'm not talking about a friend, exactly. And no, it's not that sort of friend either. The thing is, I have a sister, a half-sister. I told you about my mother, right? She was a servant at Redcliffe Castle and she had a daughter. Only, I never knew about her. I don't think she knew about me either. They kept my birth a secret, after all. But, after I became a Grey Warden, I did some checking, and... well, I found out she's still alive. In Denerim. No. I thought about writing her, but I never did. And then we were called down to Ostagar, and I never got the chance. She's the only real family I have left. The only family not also mixed up in the whole royal thing. I've just been thinking that maybe it's time I went to see her. With the blight coming and everything, I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to see her. Maybe I can help her. Warn her about the danger, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know anything about her except her name and where she lives. Her name is Goldana, and I think she remarried but still lives just outside the alienage. If we're in the area, then, well, it's worth a look.
Here I am. Oh, this should be good. What would you like to discuss? Here I am. Oh, this should be good. Go ahead. Oh, you wish to know about Antiva, do you? The only way to truly appreciate it would be to go there. It is a warm place, not cold and harsh like this Ferelden. In Antiva it rains often, but the flowers are always in bloom, or so the saying goes. Every land has its assassins. Some are simply more open about their business than others. I hail from the glorious Antiva city, home to the royal palace. It is a glittering gem amidst the sand, my Antiva city. Do you come from someplace comparable? Ah, yes, of course. The wandering life of the Dalish. That truly is better. I'm jealous. You know what is most odd? We speak of my homeland, and for all its wine and its dark-haired beauties and the lilo flutes of the minstrels, I miss the leather the most. It may as well be. But not this once, no. I mean the smell. For years, I lived in a tiny apartment near Antiva City's leather-making district, in a building where the crows stored their youngest recruits, packed in like crates. I grew accustomed to the stench, even though the humans complained of it constantly. To this day, the smell of fresh leather is what reminds me most of home more than anything else. Ah, but it's not Antivan leather, is it? I do not know what the Antivan tanners do that is different, but there is no leather more supple nor more fragrant. Before I left, I was tempted to spend what little coin I possessed on leather boots I spotted in a store window. Finest Antivan leather, perfect craftsmanship. Ah, but I was a fool to leave them. I thought, Zevran, you can buy them when you return as a reward for a job well done. More the fool I, no? True, and it's a comforting thought. One simply never knows what is to come next. How could I have suspected I would end up defeated by a handsome Grey Warden? A man who then spares my life? I could not. Even Grey Wardens who spare the lives of assassins? Understood. Now, if it is all the same to you, I would prefer not to speak more of Antiva. It makes me wistful and hungry for a proper meal.
'Tis a curious thing. I do not know how else to describe it. Indeed I am, a little. I am reminded of our first meeting in the wilds. I had been in animal form for some time, watching your progress. I knew immediately that you were far more formidable than the other men you traveled with. I found you intriguing. Yet I resented it when Flemeth assigned me to travel with you. I assumed that, at best, you would drive me from your company as soon as we left the wilds. I am aware that I have little talent for forming friendships, to put it lightly. 'Tis something I know nothing of, nor ever thought I needed. Yet when I discovered Flemeth's plans, you did not abandon me. Whatever your reasons, you fought what must have been a terrible battle without hope of real reward. And that is what I do not understand. I have been with men physically, those who lusted after me and even professed love, but friendship with a man? I did not know it was even possible. Tell me, could there ever be anything more between you and I? Have you ever considered it? And what about now? We could be together, you and I, as more than friends, if you wished it. As do I. I see the stories they tell of Grey Warden endurance are not exaggerated. Indeed there are. The unanswered question, of course, is whether the endurance exists because of the taint within you, or because the Grey Wardens are by nature so very healthy. I enjoy the thought that 'tis a little of both. Natural prowess, driven by a darker side. That is entirely up to you. Simply know that I have no designs on your independence. I wish only to do what I desire, and if that coincides with what you desire, then so be it. And should you decide not to continue our misadventure, then so be it. Very simple, is it not? Oh, now you ruin the mood by speaking profanities. Silly man. Come then, let us be off before the others begin to stare. I wish to ask a question of you. I wish to know your opinion of love. You and I have been intimate, for one. We have been close for some time now. You are impressive in many ways, and you even protected me from Flemeth without hope of reward. I feel anxious when I look upon you. I dislike this sense of dependency. 'Tis a weakness I abhor. If this is love, I wish to ascertain that you do not feel the same. No, that's not what I'm saying. You need to pay attention. What I'm saying is that I have been foolish. I have allowed myself to become too close. This is a weakness. You are not listening to me. Do not be such a fool. This is for your own good. I would not... I am not like other women. I am not worth your distraction, and you are not worth mine. You are impossible. Have it your way, but I will tell you truly now. You will regret it in the end. I have something for you. 'Tis a ring. Now, before you get any foolish notions, let me explain. Flemeth once gave me the ring because it allowed her to find me no matter where I went, in case I was ever captured by hunters. I disabled its power as soon as we left the wilds. Recently, however, I thought to change it. Now, I will be able to find whoever wears it instead. It is not given out of sentimentality. I believe you are too important to risk. If you were captured, this ring would allow the rest of us to find you quickly. Flemeth used to say that 'twas a link between us, one that I presumed worked both ways. I never tested it, but I doubt she would have lied over such a thing, so it would mean I am linked to you as much as you to I. I do not know. As I said, I never tested it. Perhaps. I have no desire to see us part company so soon. Not unless we wish to, that is. Do not read more into it than is there. You have supplied me with equipment. Certainly this is not so very different, is it? Now you are mocking me. Do you wish the ring or not? I am tempted to simply keep it. You are welcome. Perhaps it will be useful someday. Your desire? So, full of questions, are you? Now I have enough time to study Mother's grimoire to find a way to prevent her from stealing my body in the future. For she will be back. One day, I have no doubt of that. And if I cannot protect myself, one day I will track her down again in whatever body she inhabits, and she will die again and again if need be. But there is no need to think of such things now. I have you to thank for saving me, so let us return to the task of dealing with the Darkspawn, no? You should not be so... You have no idea what will happen in days to come to make such promises. Let us go. There is much to be done before... There is still much to be done. Your desire? So, full of questions, are you? Your desire? We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any. Discuss away.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife? I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.